Welcome in to episode 2 of Bound by Night. All right. The recap. Last session was our first session. Woo! An introduction to our kindred and the wolves associated with them. As you know, this is a drama, a romance, a mystery-based story that is using both Werewolf of the Apocalypse and Vampire the Masquerade rules. I'm homebrewing that shit, and it's a party. So we started with a large black wolf who broke in to an apartment that belongs to his estranged family. Spooky, thanks so much. Go ahead and give those willpower to whoever you'd like. And he met Ji-hoon. Ji-hoon, whom he's very interested in. Ji-hoon, who smells like tagama, butter, nutmeg, cinnamon. His favorite warm drink on a really cold winter's day. And the session slid from Ji-hoon's apartment and an interesting interaction between the two to Evan and a Toreador. A fun interaction with a cat that seems a little bit too smart to be a cat, but still it's just a cat. Text message from his boss, which left him feeling a little, curious. A bigwig from New York at a dive bar that he frequents. Could it be a kindred? Some other supernatural? Or maybe it is just a mortal. What remains to be seen. Then we slid to Malcolm. Phone call from his sire with directions that he promptly ignored, and instead went into the Northwood, where things seemed to change and intensify, as if stepping from one reality to another. And he finds himself face to face with a single grave in the woods not far from his home. Next we met Noah, who I would say has plucky hero vibes. And he seems to be embroiled and ensnared in several favors owed to Kindred throughout the princedom. Then we met Daniel, whose past flame had broken into his house. There is a intense conversation between the two of them. And then finally, the end. 3 women who stood backlit by the full moon, looking over the city of Massachusetts, a sleepy little town, known for its magnificent, I say that sarcastically, magnificent hand in the witch trials. And we zoom in. Tonight's session. Ji-hoon.
Yes.
Your home, now bereft of the, I don't want to say he's annoying, but maybe annoying individual. What do you do?
Well, I think I had left
For work?
cleaning. Yeah, I was finished cleaning and then left to go to work.
Right, roll a wits and awareness as you walk up to the building you work in. A large high-rise that has a sub-basement. A sub-basement that is dense with, well, computers and networks that are private, encrypted.
Said wits and awareness, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 successes.
The building usually is just this looming mass of monolithic smart people work here.
Do I pass anybody on my way in?
Inside, the lobby doesn't feel the same. Something feels off. There isn't anyone here to greet you like there typically is. There is just the subtle beeping of computers and surveillance behind the round lobbyist desk. It feels very oppressive tonight. Different.
I will turn on heightened senses. And I think he kind of does this like unknowingly. He's not necessarily sure what he's doing. He just knows that he does it. Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll 2 extra dice.
Okay.
And add that to your 4.
For wits and awareness? Or wits and resolve?
Wits and awareness.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
To the 4 that I already rolled? Okay.
Yep.
That's a critical success.
So 8.
That's 2 crits, yeah.
Okay. The stairwell. You can hear a pair of voices. And one of them you recognize as your boss, Magnus. He usually isn't in. In fact, he typically runs the show via emails, voice messages sent to your phone. But he's actually in today.
I think if Ji-hoon had a beating heart, it would speed up. It almost feels like excitement and curiosity. And I think he's going to listen and start walking toward them as silently as he can.
Would you like to stealth?
Oh, God, I don't even... I think, yeah, let's do that. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, roll a dexterity and a stealth. As you approach the stairwell where your boss is speaking with someone.
3 successes.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. How to read something. You approach the it's a service well. It's a service staircase.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a different one that's like the fire exit, but this one's like a if you want to like go into like the boiler room or collect anything that a janitor would use, or, you know, have secret meetings in the stairwell, this is where you would go. So as you approach, you think you're very quiet and no one's heard you. You hear Magnus say, I don't care what method you have to use, Alpha. He does not roam free. And if I have to get involved myself, I will. Do you understand, boy? And you hear a murmured, yes, sir. And then the footsteps that approach you. And another pair that move away from you. What do? Lobby's pretty much open except for that lobby round like desk.
And there's footsteps coming toward me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to walk out as if I wasn't even aware that something was happening.
Okay, I'd like you to roll a composure and a subterfuge.
Okay, so nothing in subterfuge. That's one success.
You're not very good at this.
No.
You actually only make it like 2 steps away before. Question for you, Sly. This is where the text box comes up for the player, right? And it gives you 2 choices. Do you know Alpha? Do you not know Alpha? Your choice.
I'd say Jihoon probably knows of Alpha simply because of the matter and manner of his own work. But I don't think they've ever interacted. So he knows of most of the family members, minus the person he met earlier on in his evening, who was somebody that had never been spoken of. So unless it was kept secret who he was, then he wouldn't, but he most likely would have heard of him.
Okay.
Not interacted, though.
All right, perfect. Alpha is a large, imposing figure. He almost has to turn sideways in the door to get through it. His shoulders are so wide. He stands 6'6" and is 240 pounds of muscle. But he's dressed polite. He has to get all of his things custom tailored so they always fit him nice. Unless, of course, he goes 4XL like sweats and t-shirts, which he's not in. The first thing that you notice, Jihoon, is a large bruise on the side of his face. And a very slight cut on the bottom left side of his mouth. You don't see his eyes because he's slipped on a pair of sunglasses. And when he sees you, he frowns. And he moves past you, only to stop and then turn around and look at you. And you're trying not to look at him, but you can feel that he's looking at you. And then when you look at him, he turns away and like moves over to the lobby desk and picks something up to look at it. And then you look away, and then you can sense that he's looking at you, and there's just a lot of unspoken words.
Jihoon's going to hesitate, and he is going to... Because Jihoon is like a mom, in a sense. Like, he always... It's so funny, because he's such a weird guy who just doesn't know how to deal with emotions, but when it comes to taking care of people, he very much draws on what he knows of his mom and how he's always treated his younger sister. So he opens up his side pack, like one of those computer bags.
Yeah.
And it's got his computer and stuff in it, but it also has one of those little travel first aid kits. And he's going to walk over and he's going to tap him on the shoulder and be like,
Can you reach his shoulder? Just
probably not. He's pretty, he's only 5'8", maybe. So he's going to try. Even if he just taps him on the back. You're bleeding.
He covers his mouth immediately. Sorry.
And Jihoon will take out a little swab cloth. I'll help you. Just don't touch it with your hands. They're filthy.
He looks at his hands, and the knuckles are a little cut up and bruised. It's the second time. He's not as fucked up as the guy who was in your apartment, but man, it's a little bit, yeah. Your name is Jihoon, right?
Yes.
And you live on the south side apartment?
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
And let me guess. You're Alpha.
I am.
We've not had the pleasure to meet, but I know. And anyway, yes, I live there.
I'm sorry to be asking you so out of the blue, especially since this is our first meeting. Did anything strange happen tonight? Did you have any strange visitors? Or did you notice anything missing?
Jihoon is going to use his abilities in insight to detect motive.
All right. Would you like to roll intelligence and insight?
Yes, and he has the little special detect lies / motive.
Okay. You can add another dice to this.
So you said, which one is that? What is it?
Intelligence and insight.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And add what? Sorry, one more die?
Yep.
Okay.
For your specialty.
That is 6 successes.
Okay. You think he's looking for the guy that was eating your leftovers?
Food.
Yeah.
So Jihoon is going to pass over the question, ignore it, and say, so what happened to you?
He looks pretty flustered at that, actually. Oh my god, he's so bad at lying. Hold on, I have to roll. What is his pool? Oh no.
And I have the detect lies as well, so.
Oh no. Okay. All right, come on, baby boy. Okay. That is 1 success. And so he doesn't lie to you. He just straight up says, I lost my temper and got into a fight.
Give me your hand.
Why? Why? Do you just carry around a first aid kit and help random strangers all the time?
You're not really a stranger, are you?
I mean, of course, like, I know who you are, you know who I am. We both work for...
Just give me your hand.
And his cheeks turn a little red, and he puts both of his knuckles out, both hands.
And he just... Jihoon's gonna keep cleaning them. He says, so you lost your temper and fought with... what, some random on the street?
My brother.
Oh? Why?
Why are you asking so many questions?
I could ask you the same thing, couldn't I?
I'm looking for someone.
Uh-huh.
They used to frequent your... it stings. They used to frequent your apartment when the woman who used to have your job worked there before she moved on. Did you see anyone?
Jihoon's still focused on, like, cleaning up his wounds, but he kind of stops. And he doesn't really have any loyalty to the guy who was in his apartment. But the fact that Magnus had never mentioned him before...
certainly makes you wonder.
No, I didn't see anything. Same old, same old. Wake up. Why are you fighting your brother? That just sounds... doesn't matter. And then Jihoon's gonna just take the, like, they're by the front lobby thing, like the desk, right?
Right.
He's gonna look for the garbage can and start putting the used
Okay. You have to
medical
actually,
supplies away.
like, walk around the desk, so do you kind of pull him by the wrist?
Sorry, what?
You have to walk around the U shape because he's in the front of
Yes.
it. So do you pull him along with you when you go throw them away?
I'm gonna probably try to, like, move him out of the way slightly. Like, I'll gently, like, for little tiny Jihoon's trying to, like, push him a little bit. Be like, could you just move, please?
He does step aside, and as you pass him, you pick up on just this wall of heat. Just, you're not sure what it means, but when you gently put your hands on him to kind of move him aside, it's just like a flare.
Jihoon's gonna hesitate and look at him.
He looks away.
You feel like a Christmas fire.
Yeah, I run pretty warm. Why Christmas?
Apparently, I run pretty... I
Do
don't
you
know.
hate Christmas?
No.
Sorry, too many questions. With your previous insight, you don't think this guy talks to many people. Every time he's ever been rumored, he's called the statue. It's like, oh, there goes the statue, or, you know, Magnus's guardian, the boss's guardians, the CEO's attack dog. There he goes.
I hope your wounds heal.
Thanks. Good like at work. Thanks for...
Can I ask you a question?
He stops as he's turning and turns back to you.
Why are you fighting your brother?
He kind of smiles a little and then winces because it splits his lip back open. And he just reaches up and wipes it with his finger and licks it. And I mean, you can't help but track the blood. It smells real good.
Yeah, Jihoon's a little, like... a little flustered. he's still getting used to that, and there's like a pull. And he's gonna take out a handkerchief, and he's gonna just wipe the blood away. Stop using your hands. Fuck.
So you reach out and you go to touch him, and then he captures your hand. His hand is real big compared to yours. like is a big boy hand, kind of calloused. And he very gently, but he's gentle, but he's very strong. That much is obvious. He very gently pulls your hand away, and he says, "You shouldn't. In fact, you shouldn't.
I'm just trying to help.
You shouldn't even be alone with any of us." And he like steps away quickly, and good luck at work. And he like basically runs out of the lobby. Like he hits the door, and it swings open so hard that you think it's gonna crack. Like it makes you like jump and wince, and then he's like jog walking, not having answered any of your questions. And you hear a feminine voice. And when you turn, you see Mary, who works by you, giving you a look.
Jihoon's gonna take sanitizer out of his bag, and he's gonna clean his hands excessively, and look at Mary and be like, "What do you want?"
Well, I just want to know, how was it?
How was what?
I mean, I basically witnessed you throwing yourself at him. She wiggles her eyebrows.
What? And he was bleeding, and I was just trying to keep the area clean, and
The area on his nice, chiseled face. Do you know that the
didn't even
CEO's
notice.
son, right?
I don't give a shit. I didn't even... Why is it this is all you ever think about?
Well, because
Can't we just...
First of all, no, we can't think of more. Second, he is so incredibly fine. Third, I have tried to speak with him, and it's like talking to a wall. How many sentences did he say to you? What did you talk about? You touched his face. Oh!
I had a full conversation with him.
I know. Incredible. So, what do you say I take your work for the day, and you... Okay, at least for your morning work, right? And you fill me in on the juicy details. What does he sound like? Does he smell good? I once purposely tripped and landed on him, but then he, like, moved out of the way, and then I fell on the floor. And... Anyways.
Don't you have better things to do?
I do, like work, but this is more fun.
Okay. I really don't know what to tell you.
Oh, come on, Jihoon. Don't be a prude.
A stick in the mud? Literally, you say the same thing to me every single day, so what do you want from me? I don't know what to tell you.
Fine. And she gives you the files. If you won't share any of the juicy details, here you are.
I don't know what juicy details you want from me.
I just want to know.
There's nothing juicy about it.
Everything about him is juicy. Look at him. I mean, obviously he's gone, but...
I didn't notice, okay?
Why not?
I don't know.
I'm convinced there's something just strange in that... And she points at your head and then touches her head. Seriously, kid.
Okay, well, maybe my curiosity was spiked a little bit, okay? Maybe I...
Oh. And then she's like motioning
not
for
in
you
that way,
to walk
Mary.
with her to the... Oh my goodness, the elevator. She's motioning for you to walk to the elevator as you're like both looking through the work for the day. 'Cause she has all the printouts for everybody that's going to be doing all of their managing / I don't want to call it data mining, but low-level hacking, you know, on borrowing data from citizens of the United States, but it's fine. A little curious, and she presses the button and the elevator bing closes, like you wanted to reach out and touch his pecs.
But not that kind of curiosity. He's different.
Oh,
I don't
also.
know. Get your mind out of the gutter, Mary. Seriously?
I live in the gutter.
Well, I don't.
Well, you should. It's a good time, and it's not as dirty as you think.
No, it's filthy.
Well, I mean, filthy is actually sometimes a nice thing, but it's fun.
He's just different. I don't know. I just was curious. I've never seen him before. You know?
Right. Usually he only shows up to executive meetings. But, I mean, that's rare.
Speaking of, what is Magnus doing here today?
Oh, you didn't hear?
No.
Well, water cooler talk is, and she leans in conspiratively, is that, he's kind of been cut from certain stockholders, displeased with him. So, he's come in to fix the accounts himself.
Does he need my help?
I don't know, probably. You are his favorite.
Jealous?
Well, we all are. You make the most money and you're the youngest, not to mention all of the other special perks.
Special perks? Means sacrifices?
I don't know, I think it's kind of cool to be a creature of the night. And she does a little wiggle.
Yeah, when everything you put in your mouth tastes like ash, you tell me about that then.
What do you mean? Just a little nibble on living entities, and it's great.
Yeah, I don't do that, Mary.
Oh, speaking of, well, you should, Jihoon, but speaking of a little nibble, are you coming to the company party?
I didn't even know there was one.
What?
Am I supposed... Well...
It's literally been posted through the entire office. It's on the flyer.
And you think I look at the flyer?
Oh my god. Do you socialize with anyone? Ever?
Myself?
Oh. Right, well, you're coming to the company party. Make
I
sure
have to wear
you
something?
bring a date.
What?
Well, if you don't bring a date, you're probably going to get, hit on. Just saying.
By who? You? And
No.
your gutter friends?
Gutter friends, yes, but it is Kindred thing. It's a Kindred event, so there'll be dishes there, to say the least.
Is it only for Kindred?
Well, I mean, there will be mortals, but there'll be the Ovsdor. Ovsdor? How do you say that word?
The hors d'oeuvres?
Perfect. That word, yes, Jihoon.
The hors d'oeuvres. Okay. Uh-huh. And Jihoon kind of blushes a little bit, as if he could, but it feels like it. Is Magnus gonna be there?
Well, probably. I mean, obviously, he's the one who's going to do the whole thank you all for the work that you've done, blah, 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 you're amazing, blah, 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 but don't worry, none of you get bonuses or pay raises or anything. Just my baby Jihoon, who's the best. If you were a more evil Kindred, and at this point, the elevator, has sunk all the way to the subterranean basement, and it opens up, and there's ringing phones and fans from computers, and it's pretty warm down here. There's so many computers running, and there's several ghouls and Kindred working, just clicking away. And she's walking you to your little office, which is separated from everyone's cubicles. And she says, except, look, if you were more evil, you should absolutely, well, you could capitalize on the whole, like, Magnus favoring you thing.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I mean, you could take Daddy Magnus for a ride. And then she laughs. No one will leave you if I say
in my
that.
car? Like, drive him around, like, be his chauffeur?
She pats your head. Anyways, here we are. If you'll look into those accounts and make sure that there isn't any blackmail on any of those mortals, and then get that back to me, I can send it up.
Jihoon's teeth just grind together when Mary touches his head. And he becomes extremely upset. Don't touch me.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. You don't like that.
I'll see you at lunch, Mary.
Right. Goodbye. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good luck. Maybe you should look. Never mind. Never mind.
Hey, Mary. If you know anything about the guy I talked to earlier, you send me an email.
Oh, you're actually interested.
I'm curious.
I knew it.
I said I'm curious.
I knew it. And she like makes a little motion. Right on it. Don't worry. I'll let you in on our little book club.
Book? Just go do your work. Leave me alone.
She laughs as she leaves.
What the fuck?
Okay. You sit down at your desk. Get things fired up. And your email chirps. And it is from Magnus.
Opens the email right away.
And it says, my office, as soon as you're in.
He will move the email into a special folder he has to organize all of his emails, because every single email is organized. It's never left in the inbox. They're all organized into separate files. It's actually gross how organized it is. And there's a file that says M. And he puts it there. And he encrypts it. He logs out of his email, logs out of the computer. And underneath the desk, there is a button. And he flicks, it's almost like a switch, and he flicks a switch. And he gets up from his desk, and he's going to leave his office.
Okay. As you step out of your office, you see that Mary is talking to Davy. And Davy is giggling. And the minute you step out, they both like look at you with like, like matching expressions. And they call their little office like duology, like the dynamic duo, right? The tag team duo. They basically start everything like Christmas gift exchanges, holiday parties, rumors, like just... and they're both looking at you with those cat-like grins. And, yeah.
Jihoon is gonna give them a look of like... It's almost like he's like squinting his eyes at them. He lowers his glasses. He's like, go do something worth your time and stop gossiping, you gutter rats. Seriously. Moves his glasses back up with his middle finger. And then he smirks. And he'll walk away.
Okay. The two of them are just giggling. Even if you call them gutter rats, they're just like, we like the gutter. And then there's a ghoul who's a lot like you. I can't remember what I named him. It starts with R. Rick. Ricky stands up. He stands up, and he's kind of a small guy, short king, right? And he's really irritated, and he's got a spray bottle, and he sprays both of them. And he's like, Beck, get away from my cubicle. Just fucking go back to work and shut up. For once, just shut up. Yeah, and Mary's like, this is a silk blouse. And Davy's like, oh, yes, get me wet more. And he's like, no! Spray, 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 spray. Yeah. So.
Ji-hoon is so irritated. He's just going to keep walking. He's so irritated. I work with a bunch of fucking idiots, I swear to. And he's like huffing and puffing to himself. Like he's not really angry, but he's just like, he feels physically irritated. Like he doesn't want to do anything because he's not very aggressive, but he doesn't know how to get rid of the feeling of frustration from being surrounded by a bunch of dumbasses. You know? That's how he feels.
Right. Hell yeah.
A bunch of fucking dumbasses, I swear to. Oh. Don't they have anything better to do? I don't even fucking understand. And he's so confused as to what she was talking about earlier. Like, he's so oblivious.
Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much.
Hi, Raiders!
We're playing tabletop RPGs. Tabletop RPGs. If you like that shit, give us a follow. Stick around. Hang out. All right. Slipping back into the scene. For those of you that have just showed up, Ji-hoon is a Kindred, aka a vampire, who works for a man of questionable scruples, who's just requested a personal audience with him privately in the CEO's office. And you make your way up. Magnus's office is the penthouse of this entire building. And so you have quite the long elevator ride or a long walk up some stairs. Which would you like to do?
Repeat the question one more time.
Do you want to go up the stairs? You want to take the elevator?
Is there a special key to get into the penthouse elevator?
Not.
Or can he just go in?
Not in this building.
Okay.
This building is like the subpar building, but it's really fucking nice. So the whole floor, yes, is his office, but it's not like you have to have a key. You just punch in a number, like a pin. So. And then, of course, the steps, it's locked at the very top with the same kind of keypad.
How many stairs is it? This is very important for Ji-hoon's personality. How many stairs?
It's about 20 flights. Just from where you are.
Ji-hoon is not very athletic. And he knows it. And he knows his abilities are not in athletics. But he's like, well, I'm vampire. I can probably, just try. And probably by, the second flight of stairs, he's like, fuck that. And goes to take the elevator.
Okay.
He's too lazy for that. Absolutely too lazy.
All right. In the elevator, alone, as the flights ding, as the floors ding, 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 you finally get to the top. After punching in the number, this slides open. The smell inside is spicy. Not quite cologne, but a natural scent that just permeates from Magnus. Dark spices and alluring, to say the least. And there's a very particular feeling that surrounds him. A pressure that's constant. You hear him pacing before you see him. He's wearing a fine dress shirt that's slightly opened at the collar, and you can see the flash of a gold chain around his neck. You can also see a couple scars across the chest, though they're very thin, and you didn't notice them when you were mortal, but you do as a kindred now. You can hear his heart pumping. It's elevated, faster than a mortal. And he also throws off that heat, that sheer raw presence. He is almost the same size as Alpha. Maybe slightly shorter. His sleeves are rolled up, and you can see the double arm sleeves of tattoos that cut off at his wrists. He's got a expensive watch on one side, and his fingers have a couple rings. Man, when he turns on you, and that dual-colored gaze, one eye blue, one eye green, kind of soften and yet hyper-fixate and focus, you feel like prey as you step into his office and the door slowly closes behind you. Jihoon. And we're going to pause with you right there.
Daddy, what? Daddy, say what? Daddy.
All right. Who would like to go next? And does anybody need a bathroom break? Cool, I'll settle it with a roll. Here we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty. 1, 2. Is there 4? Yeah, 1. Malcolm!
I'm here.
Oh, it's an awareness.
What's an awareness? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
1. 4 successes.
Okay. Did I describe to you whose name was on the grave?
No, we ended on Malcolm turning and seeing a grave, and that was it.
Beautiful. All right, so would you like to move up to the grave?
Yes, Malcolm will approach the grave, kind of curious.
And you got 4 successes?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You don't recognize the name, but maybe it's... Maybe you just need to search the annals of your memory. Regardless, you take the note. There's no date, alive or dead, just a name.
Remember what happened last time, boy?
I gotta make a roll. Hold on. Hold on. Don't do anything. Hold on. Hold your breath.
You suddenly got a lot quieter.
Oh, Am I?
Yes.
Am I still quieter?
Yes.
I haven't changed anything for me.
I haven't changed anything either, so... But you're sounding really quiet on stream, too.
Weird.
Okay. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Hello? I'm still using the sexy mic? I don't know. Hello? Strange. I didn't touch anything, so that's weird.
Apparently you sound fine to everyone else, so I'm just crazy. It's fine.
Okay. I need you to roll. Do you have Sense the Unseen?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have Heightened Senses?
No.
Hell yeah. This is fun. Okay. Okay. You don't feel like you're alone. You haven't felt like you're alone in these woods the entire time you've been here. But now you feel extra not alone. There is a hot wind that brushes over your skin, and it brings with it this unmistakable scent, a coppery tang. Also, Tyron, I'm going to whisper you the name.
Okay.
Oh no.
I think Malcolm gets caught up in that scent again, and he's going to try and track it.
Ah. If you're gonna actively try to track it after like taking down this name, either typing it in your phone or whatever, then I'm gonna need you to roll an intelligence and a survival.
Intelligence and survival?
Mhm.
Right. 2 successes.
Okay. Okay. You come to a clearing some 50 yards away from the grave. And that weird, warm wind that carried with it the scent of blood. And you hear the sound of someone in pain, a grunt. And then you hear this sickly, wet sound. And it's like metal being pulled from flesh. Pressed up against this wide tree, the largest tree you've seen in the woods so far, is a man who bears chains around his wrists, his throat, and his waist. His face is heavily damaged and barely recognizable, but you know who this is. How could you forget? Even after all this time, when his one unswollen eye looks up to you, that pure, soft green can belong to only one man. And it waters. And he says your name like a prayer. And then he drops the rebarb that had pierced him through the stomach. And the wound begins to gush. And he says, "Am I dead?"
What did you do? What did you do? And Malcolm had been frozen when he saw this figure, but seeing the blood, he rushes forward to... He doesn't know how he's going to help, but he has to try. He has to try.
Okay, so you kneel down into the dirt with him and like look over his wounds. Make an intelligence and medicine roll, please. When you get close, he leans into you.
Oh.
Am I dead? So I have to be dead. You're... And he touches your face, and it's smeared with dirt and blood instantly. You're here. Hi.
Hi. And there is, Malcolm doesn't seem to notice or care about the dirt smearing on his face. There is a softness that I don't think Malcolm would have left his apartment with. Like, when he left, he was buttoned up and in control. But in the presence of this man, his shoulders sink, and even as panicked as he is, it feels like he's home next to this man. And he just kind of laughs. You're not dead, but you're gonna be if we don't get this stitched up.
I'm not dead.
No.
Then how are you here? If I'm not dead, how are you here?
Malcolm looks away, guilty. Octavian, I've been working for him since I died.
The expression on his face is hard to read, but the ripple of pain is undeniable behind his working eye. You've been here this whole time?
Where have you been? What happened?
And he kind of lists to the side as like blood loss starts to take his consciousness. But he forces himself to like grab onto you, and he pulls you up against him. And he just holds you for a minute. And then you hear footsteps coming from behind you in the woods. A stranger. A scent you don't recognize, even with your heightened kindred senses in general. Not that you have the discipline, but just being a kindred gives you one up on a typical mortal. And when you pull away from Omega to look, you get a text box. It says, "Do you know Gamma? Or is this your first time meeting this wolf?"
I think this would probably be the first time meeting Gamma.
Cool. There's a gun aimed at your head. And he says,
That's fair.
"Back the fuck up. I don't know who you are." And Omega's like, No. Gamma, please. And he's like, "Shut up. Get the fuck away from him."
Malcolm would have turned with, like, teeth bared at this stranger. And he does not move away from Omega. He, if anything, kind of puts himself between the two of them Who the fuck are you?
The two speak at each other, but it isn't a language you know. And Gamma lowers the gun, puts it in his pants, and kind of looks to the side. Wow, this is fucking awkward. Alright, Undead Pants, I need you to leave. Get out of here. I gotta take the big guy and make sure he gets healed. Come on. Let's go.
Not leaving him.
Great, not leaving him. I don't know if you realize this, but he's gonna die unless I get him some help. So...
Alright, then let's get him some help. But I'm not leaving him.
I don't care if he says you're important. You're a fucking Kindred, okay? You're not safe. Easy as that. And you smell like, what's-his-face? The guy that's kind of in charge of everything, that's just like, fuck you guys! Fuck everything! Yeah, you smell like him. Can you back up, please? I'm starting to feel an itch. I'm starting to get a little irritated. And you really don't want me to get irritated. And then Omega growls. And Gamma's like, oh, man.
You're right. I can be dangerous. But not to Omega. Or his family. And he kind of looks at Gamma as if connecting the dots of who this person is.
Yeah, he looks just as fucked up as Omega, just like not bleeding out through his gut.
Where do you plan on going? What do you plan on doing? You look just as fucked up as Omega. Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I know a place where you can get some food. There's a ton.
Is it nearby?
Yeah, but I need a... Can you just move? And he like gets in there and starts like helping Omega, or Gamma. Oh my god, Gamma starts helping Omega to his feet. Fuck, these are two brothers I always mix up.
Malcolm will try and help get Omega up.
Okay, roll strength and athletics.
Strength and athletics. That is one success.
Okay. Omega's a little delirious, like his like facilities are starting to fail him. So he does lean very heavy on Gamma. And Gamma's surprisingly very strong. Granted, he's like a head and shoulders shorter than Omega. And Omega just pulls you up against his bleeding body, like big hand, all up in your man bun, just like holding you like you're not real. And the whole time Gamma's grumbling, like, annoyed. And he takes you to a service van for an AC and heating company. There is no key in the ignition. Everything's just kind of been popped out and hot wired together. It's still running. And he's like, all right, big boy. And he opens up the back. And the back has just been gutted, right? It looks like... Look, there's a couple Wally World bags. And a receipt. And there's like an air mattress, an air pump and shit. And like some sheets. They all look brand new. And Gamma's like, help me get him in.
Alright. And Malcolm will help Omega into the van and kind of climb in to the back with him.
Okay, roll what's an awareness.
Okay. Four successes.
4 successes. Okay. As you're climbing in, you catch a whiff of mortal blood. And when you glance over to this large, like massive dumpster, that's just at the very edge of the Northwood. It looks like this like not quite completely cleared out parking lot that this stolen vehicle is parked in. You're pretty sure there's a fresh dead body in there. You're really hoping it's not the owner of this vehicle?
You didn't. You know what? Not a question I want an answer to. Let's get going. Let's get him. He needs help.
Yeah, here you start by feeding him this, and he like, it's a pillowcase, and he like hands it back to you, and when you look into it, it's like this kid went to like some Asian mom's house and just stole all of her bento boxes. Careful with those, I gotta give them back too. So, just start feeding him.
All right. Where did you even find
I
these?
told you, there's a house nearby with a ton of food.
Is it your house?
Yeah.
Malcolm gives him a look like he 100% does not believe him.
All right.
But priorities.
He's pretty smooth at lying. I got a 7.
I mean, he's got no reason to think that he's not.
Yeah, it's my place. Don't worry about it. I mean, obviously,
All right.
you're gonna get out and not. Fuck, whatever. Just try and feed him, okay? I'm gonna drive
Thank
for a little bit.
All right.
How do you even know him, anyways? Like, and the whole time, Omega's just like holding your hand and just looking at you. Like he's forcing himself to stay conscious.
We knew each other when I was younger.
How come I don't know who you are?
I don't know. How come I don't know who you are? Because I know most of Magnus's family.
Oh, that's probably it. I'm not that guy's family. You try to feed a sushi, maybe? You're not sure what it is. You try to feed him, he doesn't eat it. He's just staring at you. And
Omega.
this other guy is just like driving.
Malcolm will try and keep trying to feed him on the drive and just try and convince him, like, he's here, he's really here. He needs to eat, he needs to heal.
Why didn't you tell me that you were here?
I mean, you heard what your brother said? Kindred are dangerous. And then you were gone. Where did you go?
I looked for you.
I've been working under Octavian. He saved my life. I owe him that.
I grieved you.
I'm sorry. I never meant to stay away that long from you, but it was... Nobody can know. If Lainey or Mom find out, it'll put them in danger, and so it was just easier. Octavian gave me a new name and something to focus on that wasn't them. Wasn't you.
He looks very, very sad. And he pulls his hand away and he whispers almost, "You didn't trust me."
I didn't want to put you in danger.
His good eye waters.
Malcolm will reach up to kind of cup the side of his face.
He turns away from you.
Omega, please.
I grieved you.
If I knew, I would have found you.
You knew I was in mass. When
And Gamma hits a bump. Pretty hard. And it makes Omega groan. And then Gamma's like, "I need you to eat, big guy." Try not to, make him too emotional. I don't know what you know, Kindred, about us and what we are. But when we start feeling emotions, we kind of fucking Hulk out. And I promise you don't want him to Hulk out in this tiny car. In fact, we don't want him to Hulk out at all. So if you could just not exhume the past, that'd be great. In fact, if you could get out of the van and you could just let me take him to safety, that'd be even better.
That's not happening.
Okay, alright, okay, great. So you're a danger, and you're a threat, and you lied to him, and you guys have this huge... And Omega starts to growl real deep. And Gamma's just like, "Son of a... I'm just trying to help." And then that same language. And then Gamma retorts, but you can tell that it's like maybe like a older brother, little brother dynamic, and the little brother is like, "Come on, man, like what the fuck?" And the older brother's like, "Keep your mouth shut, keep driving." And the other one's like, "But you're fucking dying." Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow even though you can't understand the words. It's a lot of like yips and growls with some language that sounds hard to place. And if you'd like to try and place it, you can roll an intelligence and a history, academics. That's what we call for history.
Oh, intelligence academics. 1 success.
You're not sure with 1 success, but eventually the van does pull over and Gamma gets out. And the back of the van opens up and Gamma is going to reach for your ankle to pull you out and leave you outside. If you would like to dodge, you can try and dodge, or if you would like to brawl, you can try and brawl. What would you like to do?
He would like to try and dodge. I feel like he's probably going to have better luck with that than brawling.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and roll a dexterity and a melee.
Dexterity. 2 successes.
2?
Yep.
He grabs your ankle and he pulls you out of the car. and Omega snarls, and Gamma just shuts the door, and he's like, kind of tosses you, and you hit the sidewalk, and he's like, look, you can't know where we're going, it's fucking dangerous. But he shouts off a couple numbers. That's my digits if you want to call, and you can get a hold of him. But I have to take care of him, and your Kindred ass can't be involved. You feel?
Where you're gonna take care of him.
Cross my heart and hope to die. And then,
There's
like,
a look.
the entire van, just so you know, like, starts rocking, and he's like, but I gotta go before he hulks out. You get it? And he starts walking backwards.
Take care of him. I mean it.
Yeah, I'll make sure I do it better than you. And he gives you a little bow.
Malcolm flips him off.
Fuck you too, man. Can't wait to work with you. Also, he just points at you. You broke my brother's heart once. I'm not gonna let you do it again. And he winks, and he gets in the car. And then you hear the growl, and then the sides of the van, there's a massive fist that just starts punching. But it doesn't last long. You can only imagine that whatever bloodlust has occurred, that when Omega does rage and try to shift, he doesn't quite shift all the way. And he ends up exerting himself to the point that he passes out. And you're standing on the roadside. What do you do?
Malcolm will watch the van go, kind of take a moment to just reconcile everything that has just happened and who he has just found. And then he quickly puts the numbers into his phone so that he doesn't forget them later. And he's going to text Octavian.
Okay. There's a text waiting for you when you message him. And Octavian's like, "You're late, ... Where are you? ? And you notice that it's been an hour and a half.
Shit. On my way, something weird happened. And he's gonna call another Uber to try and get to the courthouse.
Okay. This time, you wait for the Uber. Your phone actually has trouble. Wherever you are, it's like when you look around, it's suburb, like middle of fucking nowhere. Like it's right before you get into the large woodsy areas. There's like a single highway that like cuts through this part of Mass that like heads up to like New Hampshire and New York and the like. It's like one of those. It's a highway that goes north and south, but otherwise it's just woods. You're just somewhere off what feels like a turnpike in the middle of nowhere. There's like a house, like one. And when the Uber pulls up, they take a look at your, nice suit, but you know, dirt and blood on your face. And the guy just says, "You all right?"
Been a rough night. And Malcolm will get in the car.
Courthouse, huh?
Some business there.
You looking to talk to a lawyer, or you like, Anyways, there's some free water bottles if you want right here.
Thank you.
Sure.
Meeting someone. And he'll take the water to try and clean off his face before they get there.
Okay. He just turns the music up a little bit louder, like he doesn't really want to ask, just in case, you know, you're into some shady shit, because you look like it, right? You dress nice, but it look, you know. You can smell his fear, to say the least, as he takes you to the courthouse. And it's right here that we are going to take our first bathroom break. I can't find the scene for the bathroom break. Oh no, oh, there it is. Okay, be right back. Noah,
Oh, yeah. That's me.
retconning. You stopped at the store to buy supplies that you needed for this supposed game of hide and seek, this hunt. All right. I need you to make a wits and awareness roll. Do you have heightened senses?
Do I have heightened senses? No. That's not a thing that my particular clan is graced with.
Fuck yeah. All right. So just a basic wits and awareness for me.
Oh. Oh, that's a solid one.
Okay. For you, yeah, it's the woods. You're here. You're looking at it. It's a big old shrug. Kappa, on the other hand, is frowning. Brows furrowed. His fists clench at your side.
What's up?
Can you smell that?
Can I try again now that he's pointed it out?
Go for it.
Who's got a poop?
I got a 3 this time.
You smell blood.
He frowns a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I smell that. Well, I guess we'll go take a look. I mean, the only instructions I got was to retrieve something that got away. I have a feeling that something is someone.
Maybe what we're looking for is injured?
Maybe.
Feels weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. This whole assignment feels weird. He's gonna get into one of his, get into, like, the side bag on his motorcycle and pull out the stuff that they bought. And, pull out his gun, put it in the back of his pants.
Okay.
He says, this is just in case. I don't really like to use it if I can avoid it. And a flashlight, because I don't see in the dark. I don't have that ability either, so. We're gonna go for a walk in the woods.
Okay, roll an intelligence and investigation.
You know, that's another thing that, I don't understand. This is him talking while they're walking. when I got this assignment this evening, that's a 2. They were like, "You're the best man for the job," and I was like, "I don't understand why I would be the best man for this job. I'm not a hunter of any way, shape, or form. I don't track. Like, what? I feel like this is a joke. It's a bad joke. Or I'm being, like, weirdly tested. I don't know, but it's shitty. I don't like it." What is that, a badger?
I think it's just the wind.
Alright. Badgers are cute, but they're mean. Gotta look out.
Kappa kind of chuckles a little. You trek through the woods upwards of an hour, and you discover nothing. The scent gains no traction in your nostrils, neither intensifying or diminishing. Like a thin coat layers the entire wood.
Right.
At the end of the
Okay.
hour, Kappa pauses.
Did you find something?
I feel like we should have run into something by now. It just feels...
Empty?
Yeah.
After he says that, I'm gonna, like, actively listen for the sound of, like, I don't know, any kind of wildlife. Like birds. Little guys that live in the trees and the bushes.
Just in this little glade area where you've stopped.
Yeah, I mean,
You've got a flashlight, right?
yeah.
It's more than your phone flashlight.
Yeah, no, I brought, like, a
Okay.
big old mag light.
Then I'm gonna need you to roll what's an
Okay.
awareness with 1 extra dice, please.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 4.
All right. How do I describe this? It's like a brain. To the left of you, there is a wide tree, very tall. Not as wide as the tree I described earlier for Malcolm, but at least you and Kappa pressed together, which is kind of a lovely thought for you, Noah. But I mean, the two of you haven't even, like, held hands or anything yet, so.
Right, it's definitely just a thought at this
But,
point.
it's a nice thought. Anyways, you rein your thoughts back in as you're looking at this tree that you suddenly think of as cozy, even though you're in a really creepy wood and it's all dark and quiet and tense. And there's no sounds of crickets or, even wind through the leaves, whatever. You are like, really wish I was hanging out with just Kappa right now. As you're walking around this tree, like, no big deal. You're just looking, and you happen to swing the flashlight up, taller than your head. And Kappa says, "What's that?" 3 deep, claw-like grooves mar the bark, and sap seeps from the wounds as if the tree is bleeding.
He, like, grimaces at the claw marks. Is there anything that naturally lives in this forest with that big a claw mark? It's definitely not a badger.
Bears? That's pretty tall.
It is pretty tall. I mean, do we have any bears in this forest that big? Do we have any bears in this? We have bears?
Yeah, Kappa, we've bears. But
Sorry, I'm not a woodsy guy.
I don't think it's a bear. Kappa steps up onto one of the exposed roots so that he can like reach up and touch the sap. When he pulls his fingers down, he has an expression on his face that's incredibly sad. And he whispers to the tree. Do you try to listen?
I think I do. I might be distracted by how pretty he is while he's whispering at the tree, but I'm trying to pay attention.
Okay, -1 to your dice pool. Wits and awareness, please.
I'm just being honest. I got a 1.
All right. You have no idea what he says. But he
Damn, he's real pretty though.
puts his palm on the tree, and then he looks really nervous at you. And he bites his lip, which your eyes zero in on immediately.
Whoa, what is it?
And he starts to get really flustered. His like really pale cheeks start to redden. And he pulls out his phone and starts typing.
Okay, I pull mine out, knowing what's coming.
And you hear the little whoop.
Okay. I open my texts from him. I don't ever delete them, so...
That's what he types at you.
Just patiently wait. I look at my phone, though, and not at him, trying not to create any extra, like... I don't want to make him more nervous than he obviously already is.
Natalie, I whispered at you.
Oh, I don't have that screen open, sorry.
That's what he types at you.
I'll type back. Are you sure? Question mark.
He nods.
Is it dangerous? I told Delta I'd take care of you.
And then his fingers like start like flying across the screen. And this time he turns the phone so that you can look at it.
Okay, what's on the screen?
I promise if you meet me back at the bike, I'll tell you what I think when I come and find you.
Sounds a little bit... Okay. But you gotta promise me that if you need my help, you'll let me know, right?
He nods.
Okay. He, like... Out of his, crossbody bag, he'll, like, pull out a small thing of bear spray and hand it to him. Be like, here's this just in case. Might make all the difference if, I can't get to you in time.
He takes it. He doesn't say anything.
Okay, I'll head back to the bike then.
Okay. As you turn and begin to leave, you hear whoop. When you check
I
your
look down
phone,
at my phone again.
it's a It's a little rabbit gif that's like holding a heart dancing back and forth. It says thanks.
I'll text back, yeah, of course. Heart. And I'll head back to the bike.
How long do you wait?
I mean, he probably waits like. I think he tries really hard to patiently wait an hour, and by patiently, I mean like he's pacing circles around the bike. And then after an hour, I think he texts Kappa and is like, just checking in to see if you're still okay.
You only wait 30 minutes
Oh, phew.
before he's coming back from the woods, carefully stepping. And he looks really pensive, really tense. He's frowning.
Noah obviously moves to approach him, but not wanting to, like, overwhelm him. He, like, resists and stays by the bike and, like, patiently waits for him to come over. Did you find anything?
He shakes his head no. Roll a wit and an insight.
Alrighty. All these things that I'm not good at, yeah. That's a nothing. That's a nothing.
You believe him.
Yep. I do.
And you get a message on your phone that says, "We can go."
Okay, where should we go? Like, this was where I was told to look, but I guess if you didn't find anything, and I mean, I guess I can try and look again tomorrow. Like, when I have to report in, I can just tell them I didn't find anything tonight.
He nods.
Okay. Do you have anywhere you want to go, or you just want to go back to the arcade? Do you need to go? Can I take you somewhere?
He texts you an address.
Okay. Yeah, we can go there.
And then he sends you a text that says thanks, with the little bunny dancing again. But by this point, he's very red, and he waits for you to climb onto the bike.
Yeah. No problem. And I get on the bike.
He climbs up behind you, and you roll a composure and a resolve, please.
Something I'm decent at. Not amazing, but decent. Cool, that's a 4.
Okay. You manage to pretty much keep your facilities in check when he holds you closer than on the way here. He actually rests his cheek on your shoulder, and you can feel it like burning through the fabric of your jacket and shirt.
How did she just jump twice?
Cool. It's... All right. And we go. I drive to the address given. A little bit thankful that my heart doesn't beat anymore because whew, it would be racing and he would definitely be able to feel it.
Okay. Let me roll here. Okay. Let me see. Good. Okay. It's a home address, but it's pretty shitty, honestly.
All right.
It's like a trailer that's like not in the trailer park, kind of a shitty vibe.
Uh-huh.
Like someone's in their own RV, like off and adjacent, so they don't have to pay HOA fees or some shit.
Uh-huh.
Kappa gets off the bike. Says, you don't have to come in.
I mean, I don't have to, but can I?
And he looks at the little trailer that has very yellow lights cutting out through the like 60s/70s style.
I see it.
Yeah, like the windows and the blinds. They're really they scream disco era, you know. And he kind of grits his teeth, swallows a bit, and says,
Do you want me to stay out here?
Yeah.
He nods. That's fine then. I'll wait here.
I'll be right back. And he rushes up to the home and he knocks and then he goes in. Very familiar with the location. He's in there about 10 minutes. And the front door is kicked open. And the man who steps out is practically naked. And you recognize him.
Oh.
And he pauses as he recognizes you. And then he turns to look at Kappa, who's in the doorway. And then he turns to look at you. And then he smiles. And you can see the light in his eyes. He's got you. Blackmail.
What is that, dude?
He casually approaches, big shit-eating grin, and holds out his hand. Nice to meet you for the first time. Ever.
Yeah. Name's Noah.
Friends
Take
call
his
me
hand.
Sigma.
Nice to meet you, Sigma.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you as well. First fucking time, right? And he winks. So,
Yeah.
you and Kappa, you're pretty good friends, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's fun. Be really fun if, you know, you guys have been dating for a couple months. And Kappa just hisses and he's like, I'm just playing. Oh, look. Kappa said you guys were looking for somebody? Something?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what or who.
You drink beer?
Not anymore.
You want to try anyways? I'm just sitting down to have some of my, my TV dinner and beer for the evening. You want some?
Like, look past him at Kappa. Do we want some? Like, I don't want to stay here any longer than he wants to.
Cap is like, Sigma, I just need your help. You're the closest one. Yeah, I get it. But why can't I meet your friend for the first time ever? Right? Why can't we be pals? Huh? Why can't he come in? I didn't know you had friends. Kappa sighs and grits his teeth. Why don't you come in? Come on in. Let's talk about it. So you're looking for something all up in the Northwood, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. And gives Kappa a beer and slides over some, top ramen. Best quality of a dinner. And starts making himself another one. So you got any idea what you're looking for?
All I know is she doesn't look human. I mean, it looks human, but isn't human. There we go. I got it backwards.
Alright.
Fuck.
Don't worry about it. Seeing as this is the first time I've met you, I'm not gonna hold it against you. And he grins. And he's just looking at you with these really mischievous fucking just And then he sits down across from him when his noodles are done. He starts blowing on him, starts eating them, and then he's like, Cap, why don't you eat a little bit? Cap says, I'm stressed. I think it's... Oh, you mean you guys haven't had the talk yet?
What talk?
I mean, you know he's a Kindred, right? Cap's like, I know. Sigma, I know what he is. Oh, well then what's the problem? Does he not know what you are? Why did you invite him in here? Well, because he's like your boyfriend, right? He's not my boyfriend. But you want him to be. I never said that, please. And he gets up, and he's like bright red. Please. Alright, listen here, Noah. I think what you're looking for is probably like a fey creature or a fucking Garu. You know what that is?
Have I been in this long enough? I know what that is.
It's up to you.
I think he doesn't know the technical term, but I think he knows. But, like, he doesn't know the Mygaru, though. A what?
You ever seen Twilight? Yeah, I was in the middle of the third movie. I turn it back on, and he hits the remote. So basically, like Jacob here. Look, Exhibit A.
A werewolf?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. But we're like Garu, like extra special. Okay, you got a couple little transformations. Anyways, I think that's what you're looking for. And I think you probably should tell your employer that's not a good idea to try and catch something like that. You know what I'm saying? You boys probably would have did. Anyway, it's a good thing you came to me. Don't worry. I'm going to be able to help you out. Daddy Sigma's here. He knows what he's all about. He knows what he be doing.
Okay. You said it could also be a fey creature?
I mean, yeah, if it's a fake creature, you're never going to find it unless it wants to be found. But don't worry.
Oh.
Kappa here's a little special boy. And he reaches over. Kappa hasn't sat down yet. And he reaches over and he rubs Kappa's head really, really hard and like messes up his whole ponytail. And Kappa's like, I don't know why I came here. Because you love me. Because even though I'm an asshole, I'm your brother. Right? And when he says that, his eyes slide to you with a big grin. Because you're my little brother.
He is special, though. You're right.
Oh, yeah, is he? What makes you say that, Noah?
He, like, makes a look when he says that.
Well, yeah? Special, huh?
Yeah.
And Kappa's like, what's going on here? Oh, nothing. We were just meeting for the first time. Just give him a little bit of harder time. Anyways, hey, Kappa, do me a favor and go in the back room and get me another ramen noodle. You keep them in your bedroom? I mean, where else am I going to keep them? On late night snack? Just pop it open and eat that brick hole. And Kappa's just like, oh, God, can you help us? Yeah, I'll help you.
I'll take a look. I just want you to go give me a ramen, alright?
Kappa marches off, and then his head like lazily and very slowly slides to you, and the grin just stretches across his face and his eyes narrow. Is that why you're not coming to the club anymore to see me? Kinda miss you hanging out.
Well, you know, I get a serious interest. I didn't know he was your brother.
He grins. Oh yeah?
Yeah, why would I know that?
I mean, doesn't your sense of smell tell you? Granted, we're kind of separated, like sort of like an adopted brother, but still. So you like him, huh?
Yeah.
And he like kinda-
nervously runs his hand through his hair. Yes, like a lot.
Oh wow, a lot, huh? Serious. Starting to be.
Well, yeah. That's why I haven't been coming to the club.
Oh, and here I was. I thought it's because you didn't like my dancing anymore. Turns out you just want to fuck my brother.
That is not all it is.
Oh, but that's still a part of it, yeah?
If he could still blush, he would be mightily, but I mean, he's really pretty, but that's not all this is.
That's what first attracted you to him, right? You looked at him and you thought, man, what a sick little body. What a little bad booty. I want to get with that. What'd you think about when you saw me, huh? You have the same thoughts?
Are we really having this conversation right now? What if he comes back?
Oh, you're right. It's gonna take him a while to find the brick of ramens. I had him underneath my bed. Man, you're real cute when you blush, you know that? I mean, if you could blush. Granted,
Right.
the
Right.
undead thing's still okay. It doesn't really bother me any. But hold up.
Clearly.
Hold up. Kappa, huh? That's your type? Really? You got this nice steak beef in front of you and you like Kappa? Huh. Never pegged you for a top.
Let's be honest, though, Sigma, if this gestures between them, I mean, this wouldn't be a
No, you're right. It would
serious
just be,
thing, right?
Sure. I mean, I kind of felt something when we made out. Does he know about that?
Why would he know that?
Oh, so he doesn't know that your hands were in my pants. Oh, that's fun. Here's what we're gonna do.
He puts his hand, like, over his face. He's like, God!
Here's what we're gonna do, alright?
Of all the people in the world, why is he related to you?
We're gonna pretend that nothing happened, right? And when I need a favor done, you, my sweet little Noah, you're gonna fucking help me out, alright? Or I'm gonna tell him everything.
What a favor are we talking about?
I don't know, whatever I want, I guess. Sometimes I get bored, sometimes I get lonely. But I think the first thing I'm gonna ask. So my dad's throwing this party, right? And like everybody's gonna be there. Except for a couple of my siblings, because they're kinda, ousted in the family. But you're gonna come with me.
What?
Yeah, it's a date. But not a date, because obviously, all the times you fondled what's up, and he like touches his chest and kind of like tweaks his own nipples. Every time you touch this, doesn't matter, right? It's just a fun fling. Because you're real serious about Kappa.
Yeah, is he supposed to go to this party?
I mean, he's invited, but he's probably not gonna show up.
And what happens if he does and I'm with you?
Oh, then I guess it's a pretty fucking good time, huh? It's either that, or I tell him right now. And he's just grinning.
I mean,
Holy shit, I wish you could see your fucking face right now. Of course I'm not gonna make you go to the company fucking party with me. And he like drinks, he knocks back up the rest of his beer.
he's very relieved.
Man, I like making you sweat though. This is kind of fun. I'm definitely gonna hold this over your head. And Cap is like, why? Like he comes stomping in. Why is this under your bed? And why do you have these? And he holds up a pair of like fuzzy handcuffs around the ramen box. Oh, I like to call it my hula hoop of pain. It's just like a bunch of handcuffs, like fuzzy, all cuffed together. Kappa just throws them behind him. They land with a clatter. He's like, here's your stupid ramen. Now, can you help us? Yeah, I think I'm gonna help you. I get along real great with Noah. I like him a lot. He's a real upstanding, straight-laced individual who doesn't have anything to hide. I like that. Good. We need your help. Thanks. Can we go now? Please? I think I know who it is. Yeah. And he's like, opens the ramen, starts crunching into it, and he like just walks away from you guys, and then he drops his underwear and starts changing his underwear. So he's like buck ass. You get a nice flash, and he's right there in the living room, which is just jolly adjacent to the kitchen, and he's just dressing himself. And Cap is like, holy shit, I'm so sorry. And he starts typing at you, okay, and he's flushing. He's like, he's such a piece of shit, but he's the closest one here. I'm so sorry. Oh shit, sorry, all caps. God, let's just wait out by your bike. Oh.
Do we have to pass him to get to the door?
You do.
Yeah,
And
let's go.
He's just whistling low. Okay, go ahead and roll a dexterity and a stealth. And he's like whistling long and low, just like, man, I sure do like working with real upstanding people. It's kind of a good time.
Oh my god, this man!
Nobody who has anything to hide, like me.
God damn it!
What'd you
I'm
get?
not stealthy. I'm not stealthy at all. I got nothing.
Okay, you
I'm,
end up
I'm
tripping.
flustered. I'm
You trip over the
upset.
coffee table, and he catches you. Oh, careful there. And he's only got his jeans on. I mean, he has new underwear. The jeans, they're open, and you get like a flash, and you see like the coin slots that like disappear into his pants, and he's just smiling. And oh man, you're just remembering your hands, and oh man, and his hands, and Cap is like, what the fuck? And oh, it's just.
Yep. No, thanks. We're just gonna wait outside.
Oh yeah. I mean, why don't you wait in here? It's a little overly warm outside, isn't it?
I think it's more overly warm in here.
Oh, is that why? Is that why it smells like you're flushing right now? You see something you like?
Just shakes his head slightly. We're just gonna wait outside, all right? We'll see you out there in a minute.
So like head down, chin ducked, you and Kappa both make it outside. Like you pass through the basic door and then the sliding screen, just as a pair of headlights sweep across the front of this property. Daniel.
What the hell?
Oh boy.
Daniel, go ahead and describe what your car looks like.
Oh, fun. Well, you probably hear the roar of the engine before you actually see it. But once it actually pulls up, you see a all-black Chevrolet Camaro, one of the newer models. Very, very sleek. When you hear it and then you see it pull up, the first two things in your mind that would pop up is speed and muscle. And then the engine cuts off. I'm assuming Daniel sees the two people standing outside as his headlights shine on them.
Oh, yeah. Zeta makes a small, like, surprised sound, and she's immediately opening the door.
Alright. Once as she does that, Daniel will open the glove box, pull out his gun, put it in the holster on his hip, pull his jacket over the holster so it's not immediately visible, grab keys out of the ignition, and then he'll make his way out of the car.
Okay, Zeta's already hugging Kappa. And he's like, oh my god, I didn't know. And you step out, and then the front of the little trailer opens up. And Sigma's like, oh, look at that! Happy fucking family reunion!
Oh. I've obviously given Kappa and whoever some space. I'm like, I don't know, I'm probably like 5 or 8 feet away. Just standing awkwardly. Alright. Okay, well obviously those two know each other. Cool.
Zeta immediately is
Do you-
talking to Kappa, and then Sigma steps down and is talking to them for just a brief moment, and then he ushers them both inside. So he's just outside with you, Noah, and you, Daniel, and he's like, "So, Daniel, what do I owe the honors, huh? Bringing my sister back home."
I brought her here because she wanted to come here.
I mean,
Apparently
of course
she
she'd
needs to
want
talk-
to. Well, wouldn't she want to?
Well, it's not exactly like I know your father, Sigma. And that's who she's wanting to talk to.
What the fuck would you want to talk to Daddy Magnus?
She wouldn't tell me.
All right, well, you both can leave. Thanks. Thanks for the chauffeuring business.
What?
Catch you
That's-
later.
And
And he
passed.
heads back to his door.
What? Sigma?
We're really gonna do this again, Sigma?
Do what? It was nice seeing you, Daniel, and bye, Noah, who I've meeting for the first time ever tonight. Straight-laced individual. And he opens the door. And it closes with a hard clap. And the two of you are left outside.
So you have the honor of knowing Sigma too?
You really want to call that an honor?
Yeah, I was being sarcastic, but it's cool.
You see him pinch the bridge of his nose. Sorry, that fell on deaf ears. I've only been awake for an hour, and I'm already irritated with today.
Oh,
Let's start
No
over, shall
worries.
we?
sure.
I'll hold out a hand for you, Daniel.
He'll shake. Noah.
So what brought you out to this neck of the woods?
Well, I was hanging out with Kappa, and he asked to come by here, so I brought him by here, and I'm not sure what I'm doing now. It's gonna, I'm actually gonna message him and see if he actually wants me to leave or if he wants me to stay.
I think Daniel would probably also have sent a text to Zeta asking if she's wanting to stay here for the night or if she wants to come back.
Yeah, I message Kappa. Am I actually leaving or can I wait? 'Cause I'll wait.
Neither of you get a immediate response. However,
Yeah, I don't expect it to be immediate.
So if you have any roleplay for the next few moments, that's totally fine. As your Garu are getting your text messages and taking a look.
So, how do you know Sigma? Because internally he's like, I'm pretty sure you don't know him for the same reason I know him.
Part of me sometimes thinks I really don't want to know him, but I mainly know him through his sister, and we've talked now and again.
Oh,
Not exactly fun conversations, but
he's a little rough around the edges.
a little rough.
Well, I mean, like,
He's about as blunt as a freight train.
well, I mean, he's rough around the edge in the way that his bluntness is, I don't know, probably hiding something. You know, people like him are usually hiding, like, really deep rooted. He probably needs therapy.
That makes him chuckle a little bit. I don't think he's the only one in their merry family. Whoever is all a part of that.
Noah shrugs. I think that's actually pretty true for a lot of society these days, unfortunately. Not enough therapists for all the people who need it, yeah?
That's true. And then there's others who don't think they really need the help.
Yeah, that's even rougher. So, do you know the whole family or just Sigma? And obviously, who you brought?
Just know her and Sigma.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know a whole bunch of them either. I mean, I know that there's a bunch of them, but I don't know how many. I know, yeah, obviously I know Sigma, I know Kappa. Yeah.
Kappa, is that the guy with the white hair?
Yeah. He's related to my boss. Oh, fuck. Does that mean she's related to Sigma too? Shit.
Wait.
I'm like knee deep in this family, apparently. I didn't even know. Nice ride, by the way.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
My dad
Gets
drives
me.
one.
I just needed something that I think I can rely on when things get dicey. And he sort of taps the hood of the car.
They're pretty fast.
All right, at that point, the front door opens up, and Sigma's like, "Hey, you two gonna keep loitering out here, or are you gonna actually fucking come inside?"
Well,
wow,
originally
you really wanted us to come inside.
you wanted us to leave, so
I never said
yeah,
such a thing.
sure. What? Yes, you did.
You are such a goddamn
And he
liar.
leaves. He just leaves. He just props
No,
the door
I'm
open.
like marching up to the front
And he-
door, like as I'm saying this. I'm like, you
He-
fucking said you wanted us to leave.
No, Kappa, I never would have said to leave. I'm a nice guy. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come on in. You want a beer? Oh yeah, wait, you're both dead. Ah!
I mean,
Jack off.
I actually could drink that, but I just don't anymore. But I could.
Oh yeah?
I can. Yeah.
Fucking prove it.
Okay, give me one.
Zeta's like, Sigma. No, I really want to see the kid prove it. It's the first night I'm ever meeting him ever.
He needs to really stop saying shit like that. People are gonna wonder.
And Kappa like tilts his head, like squinting, like he's starting to cue in. And Sigma's just
Yeah,
flashing and smiling.
because he's said it like 10 billion times. Yeah, so I have the eat food advantage.
All right.
So yeah, I'll slam it.
Wow, he's like, wow, pretty impressed, pretty impressed.
It doesn't do anything for me though. Just tastes like shit.
So my sister here says that we can trust you, huh?
Looks at Daniel. I assume they're talking about you since.
Oh yeah, since you're a stranger, we're just meeting for the first time.
Oh my god.
Are you saying that to Noah or Daniel?
Stranger is Noah.
Okay. Daniel, when Noah looks at Daniel, he's like, "Oh, it's not me he's looking at."
Hey, Kappa, why don't you take your little friend outside for a minute, huh? Kappa just sighs.
Inside, outside, get the fuck out, come in.
I never told you nothing. You leave of your own volition. And once you and Kappa are out, he shuts the door and he turns on Daniel. So how serious are you about keeping my sister safe, huh?
God, alright. Gives him a real straight look.
Hmm.
I'll gut a motherfucker if they try anything. That's serious enough for you.
Oh, I mean, what if the motherfucker's yourself? And Zeta's like, hey, stop. No, I'm serious. What if you gotta fucking save her from you? What do you do then, huh? You gonna gut yourself?
That's what has to happen.
Hell yeah, he gives you a hug. That's what I'm talking about! And he pats your shoulders real hard. Like, overly
Daniel's
hard.
Daniel's gonna shove him off.
Okay. Ooh. Getting a little bit tussy now, huh? A little bit of a tuss. You wanna go out front? Throw a couple hands? Sigma, that's enough. No, I'm serious. I wanna test this guy. You think you're tough?
He lets out a hard sigh. He just sort of fixes the cap on his head. I guess
Roll-
we are fucking doing this again.
Oh, you guys are actually gonna tuss. Cool. Roll an intelligence and an insight.
Intelligence and an insight. Let's see where that is. Intelligence, insight. Okay. I dropped the dice on the floor. Okay, interesting. 4 successes.
It's definitely a test. Like he's pushing your limits on purpose.
Alright.
But he holds the door open
Daniel.
for you.
Okay, he'll step out, but his gaze is not leaving Sigma's.
Daniel, this isn't necessary. Sigma, please, I just came for you to help. And I'm gonna make sure that he can fucking actually help. You came to me for help, I'm doing a test, alright? You don't just sell a home without having someone come check it out, right? Gotta make sure it's not a lemon. That's a car analogy. Yeah, it's basically the fucking same thing. Pull your dukes up. And how about you? And he points at Noah. You on in on this? You know how to tuss? You want to throw a couple hands? You want to prove? You want to prove you're good enough for one of my family members, huh? And he sucks on his teeth. Then let's fucking play.
Wait, are you guys are fighting now?
Yeah, you're gonna fight too, 2v1. I think that's fair enough.
What? No, I don't want to fucking fight anyone right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't have a reason to.
Oh, well, how about this? Is this good enough reason for you? And he starts to snarl. And he changes.
Oh. Fuck.
And then he lunges. You have your choice to dodge or to brawl back.
I'm gonna choose to brawl back. Can I blood surge?
You can certainly try. Go ahead and roll a rouse check.
Okie dokie. That's a success.
Okay. Go ahead and rouse the blood.
Meant to brawl back. What is that? Strength and brawl? Or
Yep, strength and brawl.
okay.
Noah, he's also gonna swing for you. What are you doing?
I am trying to like block and dodge. I don't want to fight this guy.
Okay, roll a dexterity and a melee.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading my shit to see if I can do anything.
I'm just trying to make sure I have the proper number of dice for
Nah,
this
that just affects damage. I'm not trying to do damage. So, you said dexterity and melee?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's just a 2.
Okay. Daniel, what'd you get?
I'm trying to calculate in my head because this is. Oh God. Okay. So, 2, 4. Okay, so 2. Okay, this is a fucking crazy one. 4 successes and 3 critical successes, one of those being a messy critical. Jesus fucking Christ.
So when you say 3 criticals, it's
There's 2 pairs of dice that have the critical symbol on them, and then there's 1 pair with the hunger die that's a critical. So I'm assuming that automatically makes it a messy critical because there's a hunger die involved.
so you rolled 8 criticals, basically on the dice. Like dice wise, there's 8. There's 8.
Yeah, the
dice that have
total
blue
would
stars.
be 8. One of them's messy.
Okay. So go ahead and describe to me what the 2 of you are trying to do, and then I will narrate the combat. Because everybody goes at once. Kappa's yelling like, "This is stupid! Stop!" And Zeta's just like, "Ugh!"
I'll let Noah go first and describe what he wants to do.
I'm just trying to like block and dodge. Like I would love to use if he's lunging, I'd love to use momentum to try and just get him past me, but with a 2 I highly doubt that's gonna happen, but that's the goal, is to use his momentum to just kind of swing out of the way, but if I get hit, I get hit. But he doesn't want to fight.
And you said that Sigma was swinging for Daniel as well, correct? Or was he just swinging for Noah?
Both of you.
Okay. Daniel, on the other hand, is not trying to dodge. He's taking the fight to Sigma because he knows how he fucking works. This is only going to end one way with him, and he's not in the mood to deal with bullshit. And he's got some frustration events, so when Sigma tries to swing at Daniel, something in his blood stirs and he just brings his arm up, muscle against muscle, trying to shrug off his hit and trying to basically grab him by the waist and just start slamming him.
Okay. So you got 8 successes and 2. Alright, Noah. A woven claw does descend upon you, nicking your arm, tearing open your shirt. You will take 1 point of aggravated damage as he just about amputates the arm.
Ooh, alright.
And then Daniel and him meet face to face. Veins explode in like Daniel's like neck, crawling up his cheek as like black vitae propulses him forward in a violent explosion. Sigma is laughing in his woven form, and he brings his head down right on top of Daniel's face, smashing smashing his nose, only to have that nose instantly like re-knit, and then Daniel smashes Sigma back, and they are neck and neck. Sigma in a very brutal tone says, "Not too fucking bad." Okay. He's gonna keep brawling you. Roll an athletics, or strength and brawl. Roll strength and brawl. But he's fully focused on Daniel now.
Good. Keep it that way.
No, I just say keep it that way.
Yep.
Okay, strength and brawl. Not gonna blood surge there, so take those dice away. Okay, so that. Okay. For strength and brawl, they got 5 successes, and then 1 critical success, so 9 successes total.
Wow, again, neck and neck. It's like a scrap that's led down on the ground. The both of you like twisting in the dirt in front of this trailer. Zeta's shouting, but you can't quite hear her. It's just you hissing and snarling, and him barking and snarling. And then obviously he's like, "Daniel, now you're not so much of a pussy anymore. I kind of like it." All right, one last round. Roll again. Same stats.
All right, I'll risk it for the biscuit. Can I blood surge on this one?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a rouse check.
Oh, there it is. All right, that's a failure, so my hunger increases. Let's switch out another die for a hunger die. So add that's nice. So, okay. Oh Jesus. Okay. Ow. So math, and we had 3, 6. 2, 6, 4, 5, 6. Okay. With blood surge, 6 successes and 2 criticals. So, remind me again how much success the criticals get? 4 total for each one?
4. Yeah, for each set of 2.
Okay, so it'd be a total of 14 successes.
Okay. All right. This last tuss, he really annoys you. He licks the side of your face, and then just nasty breathing. But you pin him. You pin him down, and he shifts back into his small king form. He's like, "Oh, Daniel, didn't think you were into it all hot and heavy." And he rolls his hips.
Daniel's just fucking growling at him, and he just, for good measure, to fucking make him have to exert himself like this and frustrate the shit out of him, he's gonna give him one last jab in the cheek and get off of him.
Right, you punch him, and you roll up off of him, and he's like, "Whew, look at that, you're giving me kind of a chubby. Nice guy you got here, Zeta." She's, "Sigma, you fucking cunt." "I mean, I don't claim to be anything less." Alright, I'll let you go home with him. I believe he can keep you safe. You better make sure you do so. She's got some big baddies after her. Ask me not to say nothing."
Daniel looks like he's trying to let the thrill of battle like snake off his shoulders. And then he hears what Sigma says, and then he looks at Zeta with the raised eyebrow. Is that the big secret that you didn't want to tell me until it was the right time?
I just wanted to see if my family would help. I already told you. I'm gonna help you. Don't worry about it. And besides, Daniel will keep you safe. You're real tough. Whew. Though, I am really curious why you just fucking left for so many years and didn't tell anybody where you were. It's pretty fucked up of you, not real cash money. Hey, Noah, you're pretty fast. I like it. So, since we've had this nice, little family reunion, you wanna go crash Dad's work? They got a fridge filled with snacks. They just let anybody eat whatever.
Daniel looks continuously at Zeta.
No, I don't want to go. Sigma, I just wanted to tell somebody I was here and tell them that I need to talk to Dad.
I'm just a little flabbergasted is all. You come to me instead of like Alpha or something.
No, we can't tell Alpha.
Can't tell Alpha. Why you can't tell Alpha?
And she like bites her lip. Just come inside and let me talk to you all. Kappa, get out of here. And he's like, but just leave. Take your friend.
Toodles, kids. See ya for the second time the next time I meet you, Noah. And he swaggers in after Zeta. You coming inside, Daniel? Come on. I'll get you a beer. Oh, unless you want some blood. I mean, you did make my lip bleed. I'll let you lick it off if you'd like.
Shut the fuck up. Just give me a second, will ya?
Ooh. Kind of like that aggressive nature.
And then he looks at Noah. Sorry that this first meeting wasn't exactly how things were meant to go.
He shrugs. It's fine. You know. Our world isn't the same as everyone else's.
Isn't that the ugly truth? Here. Let's exchange numbers if you're alright with that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you know these guys, then that's probably good to do. He'll just rattle off his number.
Oh, Daniel will rattle off his and he'll save Noah's.
Alright, Daniel. Camaro guy.
Camaro guy.
I have to make notes so I can remember who the hell you are.
I love it.
Okay, well,
Alright.
I guess you should go in there because they're waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying that, but you stay safe out here. Take care of Kappa.
Yeah.
And he'll, like, sort of fold the brim of his cap to you, like a sign of farewell, and he'll head inside with Sigma and Zeta.
As soon as you walk in, it's like, the princes joined us in their humble abode. And you just hear Sigma run in his mouth as the door closes.
And Kappa says, I don't want to leave. Can we? And then he like takes out his phone and he texts you. Can we stay and listen?
Yeah, of course. We can do whatever you need.
Okay. So go ahead and roll stealth and dexterity.
Let's roll better than the stealth and dexterity we rolled on our way out of the house. Let's see. Dex, stealth. 3. Let's go. Without any crits, that the highest I could get. So yeah, 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay. The two of you move to one of the small squat windows. that just has that really garish kind of yellow light filtered through the windows. And you listen. And you're very slowly gonna fade out from this scene. And we're gonna move over to Evan. All right, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
An hour after your boss messages you asking you to come in and play, where are you and what are you doing?
Oh, Evan's still in his apartment. He's just sitting on his couch now, still just in his boxers with his phone. He has a few music books just thrown on the coffee table, and he's just been thumbing through them, looking for songs that might need to be played at the event tomorrow.
Roll a wits and awareness.
Three successes.
Right. You spend the next continuous 40 or so minutes like thumbing through the pages, and then you get a text message. A little chirp goes off on your phone. You think you've pretty much got the set list down for tomorrow at this point. Cat hasn't bothered you again. Just your messenger going off. What do you want to do?
He'll put down the book that he's looking at, pick up his phone, and go ahead and check the message.
Okay, it's from Delta. This is what are you doing?
He'll reply with a little smiley face, just sitting on the couch.
She sends a couch emoji. This is nice. I'm closing up shop. You got any plans tonight?
Not really. Want to hang out? He puts a little winky face at the end.
She sends back a huge smile. Is like, yes, all caps. Where should I meet you? Is her second message.
He'll reply back with like a little movie emote. A question mark.
She sends back a dress and a suit emote. Question mark. Date? Question mark.
He smiles when he sees that and just replies yes.
Your phone starts to ring. It's a phone call from her.
He'll answer like right away. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Are there even any movies playing this late right now?
If they're not, we could always watch one here.
All right, I'll head home, and if you don't mind, I'll come over.
Yeah, that works. I just need to get dressed.
I mean, if you want. Sorry, that sounded bad. I mean...
You mean?
I mean, it's your house, your preference, right? If you want to hang out in your pajamas, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I will, do I need to bring anything? Wait, that's a dumb question. Yeah, I'll see you in, like, 15. Do you mind if I bring over a board game?
Sure, go ahead. Is it someone I don't have?
I don't know.
Just let him bring it.
She's quiet, but you can basically like feel the like excitement and vibration on the other end of the phone. And she's like, I'll see you in like 30 minutes.
Sounds good. Do you want me to heat anything up for you?
Nah, I'll just grab Chinese food on the way.
All right.
And she's, do you want anything? Wait, dumb question. Never mind. See you soon.
See you then.
What do you do to get ready?
Oh, he's gonna go first, like brush his teeth, wash his face. Just like he still hasn't actually gone through his morning routine. And then he'll go pick out some like nice jeans that are comfortable for around the house, and then just like a plain t-shirt. And then he'll probably go like light a candle or two. Just so it smells nicer in the house.
Okay, as you're lighting the candles, you hear this little pitter patter and this plaintive meow through the sliding glass window. All under your balcony.
He'll look, and is it the same cat?
Yes.
He'll go grab a little bit more tuna on a small plate and just bring it out to the balcony.
Okay. She's gonna try and get in. Do you stop her?
Eh. He does not.
Okay. She swaggers on in. Immediately heads over to the couch, hops up, does a little circle, and stretches real long, and then flops.
He'll go and kind of like try to acquaint himself with her so that he can pet her.
Oh yeah, she lets you pet her. She purrs. It's a real thick motorboat purr. And then when you try and stop, she like cups her paw around your hand and like slowly pulls it back. And about the third time you like try to stop because you're pretty sure Delta's gonna show up soon, the doorbell rings. Ding doo.
I'll be right back. And then he'll pull his hand away and go to get the door.
The cat like meows upset. You open the door and she's wearing a little summer dress with a small knitted sweater that ties. Her hair is slightly curled, very bright red. Her green gold eyes are glowing. And she's got like this wicker basket, like a dead ass wicker basket, like filled with like 3 different board games, magic cards, a couple dice, some food. And she's like, hi. And when she says that, she like tilts to the side, but she's smiling. Sorry it took so long. And then she just walks past you in your house.
He just has a huge smile this entire time and just closes the door behind her.
Okay, she like walks up to your kitchen counter and sets the wicker basket down, starts piling things out, and the cat then makes a hissing sound. She's like, oh, you have a cat. Hi, kitty. What's its name?
I'm actually not sure yet. It kind of just showed up on my balcony tonight.
Oh, it just showed up like a vagrant. And she squints at the cat, and the cat squints back like a little asshole, like cats are. They just assume that they own everything and everyone, huh?
Yeah, basically.
Are you gonna keep it?
I was planning on it. I already ordered these things. He'll pull out his phone and show his little Amazon list of orders with like a collar, a little cat tree, a cat bowl, and such.
Oh, huh, that's fun. And she like looks at the cat. then she looks at you. Roll an intelligence and an insight.
Oh no. Three successes.
Okay. You swear to God the cat is glaring.
He'll just kind of squint his eyes and look between the two of them.
Is she friendly?
So far she has been.
Oh, cool. I love cats. Here. I'm gonna wrap it in this blanket. And she pulls out like the picnic blanket that she brought and like walks over to the cat, and the cat like starts yowling, and then she like moves faster than you've seen Delta move ever, and she captures the cat in the blanket, and she pulls it all up close to her chest and is like, "Hi, kitty," and the cat's just like, "You're so cute," and she like starts tapping its nose kind of hard, like toop, 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 toop. Aren't you just so cute? And the cat is very
everything
obviously
all right?
not happy. Oh yeah, it's great. I love animals, especially cats, like this one.
Any ideas for the name?
Yeah, how about we call it Baby Bitch? Oh wait, I know, Thief. That's a good one. Looks like a thief. Trespasser?
Huh.
Hindrance.
It-
Loser. Bo Dingle Jangleheimer. Oh, Ligma. Let's call it Ligma. Look at it. And the cat just looks defeated and also utterly upset. Ears flat, eyes flat, staring at you. Wrapped up like a baby babushka in this picnic blanket.
I kind of like the ring of Ligma.
Ligma. Yeah, that's a great name for this cat. And the cat's just like, meow.
He'll just go to pet the head that's sticking out of the blanket.
She starts purring, and Delta, like, pretends. I mean, she doesn't pretend. She sneezes and actually slaps the cat. Oh, gee, sorry. I must be kind of allergic. Do you mind if I put her outside for a minute?
Sure.
Great.
Let's just make sure to put the tuna and stuff out with her.
Oh, yeah. We'll leave her food outside where it belongs. And then she goes over to the balcony, slides it open, and just throws the cat out. Blanket and all. Whoop. Then she grabs the tuna, puts it down, shuts the door, locks it. So that movie.
Yeah. What kind of movie do you want to watch?
Whatever you'd like. Or I brought Cards Against Humanity, which I know you don't really play against like two people, but it could be kind of fun. And Hungry Hippos. Brought that too. Checkers, chess, cards. Oh, I brought tarot cards. I could do your tarot. Or we could
You know
go
what's
out.
fun?
What?
It's like Cards Against Humanity, but it's called That's What She Said.
I've never heard of it. Let's play.
Yeah, he'll go over to a cabinet and just open it. There's a whole bunch of board games and stuff. He'll reach up, grab a little deck box, and pull that out.
Okay, roll a wits and awareness as you're like moved off to go collect the game.
Successes.
2 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gone for like just a minute. Like you take a second to like look in her wicker basket and everything. And on your way back, you hear Delta's voice really, really harsh. Really quiet, like a hard whisper. You can't quite make out what she says until she says, "If you don't listen to me, I'm gonna eat you. Do you understand? I'm going to fucking eat you." And she's like squatted down, speaking through the glass of the sliding door, and the cat's on the other side, and you swear to God the cat's flipping her off. But you like rub your eyes a bit, and Delta's standing, and like the curtain, she's like holding it closed. Find the game?
Yeah.
Great. And she sits down on your couch, right where the cat was.
He'll come sit next to her and start unboxing the game, start dealing the cards out.
So, what's been new with you? I'm sorry I've been a little busy with work and I haven't actually gotten a chance to like come over or hang out. Anything new?
Oh, it's all good. I got basically picked up for another gig tomorrow night.
Oh,
Apparently some bigwigs are flying in. It pays pretty well.
hell yeah. Is that at the bar or the bookstore?
That's at Ginny's.
What time? I'll make sure I'm there.
It is at midnight. I don't know if it's open invitation or not, though. I
Oh.
probably should ask. He'll pull out his phone and text it his boss.
I mean, I could always like pretend to be one of the caterers, you know?
I mean, that could work. Or you can just come and be there to help me move my stuff in. He does quotation marks because he's only bringing a mic tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd love to be your roadie. And she kind of like bumps you with her shoulder. Sounds like a good time.
It should be. Let me make sure it's all good. Sometimes these private events are a little weird.
Yeah, totally understandable. I mean, being the, sexiest musician in Mass, guess it comes with its perks and its negatives.
He'll kind of do that little cute face with his hands on both sides of it.
Oh, like the little rascals?
Yeah.
She giggles. And the two of you start to play. We're gonna resolve the mode of play with just a d10. Just roll one of your dice. Let me know if you succeed or fail.
A regular D10 or a VtM D10.
VTM.
That is nothing.
Okay, she wins. I don't know how that game is played, but she's the funniest slash winning condition. She gets it pretty much. And you start like a second round, and then her phone goes off. She pulls it up out of her purse and frowns and is like, can you excuse me for just a second? I gotta take it. I'll be right back. Roll a
Yeah, sure.
intelligent or wits and insight, not intelligence. Wits and insight this time.
Okay, I just get one shot by
3 successes.
The entire presence, like her usual bubbly little eccentric self, completely tenses and changes absolutely. There's almost fear. And she goes out your front door to take this call. You've never really seen her react this way. I mean, you've been kind of like seeing her for a couple weeks, but there hasn't been any talk of making anything official or just kind of hanging out, But this is the first time you've seen her react this way. What do you do?
He'll kind of half follow her, like not to be within like eavesdropping distance, but just to make sure that she's safe, and if she has to leave, she can let him know right away.
Okay. Even though you're not in eavesdropping distance, you are still a kindred. Roll a wits and awareness.
That is 3 successes again.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta answer a whisper, and my keyboard is acting broken. Sorry. Just give it. Sorry. Just 1 second.
Oh, good.
Uh-oh. So that was 3 successes, I'm sorry.
Correct.
Okay. You hear her say, "Stop calling me. I don't want to hear from you. It's over." Keep listening? You move away so you don't hear the rest, or do you stay where you are so you can keep listening?
I mean, he's not trying to listen, but he's.
You know
I
you
guess
have
he'll
to...
just stay where he is.
Okay, so you're gonna hear the rest of her conversation. It's quiet. You're not sure what the other guy is saying. And she's like, Don't. And then you hear whoever's on the phone shout. You can't make out what they're saying. And she doesn't end up saying anything else, but you hear the beep as she hangs up. And then she takes a shuddering breath. And she stands outside. When she finally opens the door and comes back in, Evan, she's not as bright. Her smile's a little strained. Sorry about that. Do you want to watch that movie now?
Yeah, in a second. Or is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Why wouldn't it be? I mean, I get to be here hanging out with you.
I know, but that seems like that took a lot out of you.
Oh, the phone call. Yeah, don't. It's stupid work. You know, just plumber trying to shake something at the game store. Nothing serious.
He just kind of gives her that "Are you sure?" look.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's fine. Just nobody, little poop never hurt anybody, you know? All right, come on. Let's watch that movie.
Comedy then to cheer you up.
Yeah, sounds great. You got anything old?
I mean, we have the internet.
True. Rush Hour, buddy cop movie? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Roll a wits and insight.
What do 2 criticals count as?
4.
So that's 6.
She does check her phone a couple times during the movie. But for the most part, she attempts to stay invested as she can. But that phone call definitely kind of shook her. It's up to you if you mention it again. But you can tell that she's strained.
They'll probably just take her hand during the movie and just give it a light squeeze. And then after the movie, he'll bring it up.
Okay. What do you say when the movie's finished?
Belle, you really seemed bothered by that. Like, your focus was kind of not on the movie. Would you mind sharing what's really going on?
It's nothing really, just
It's not nothing if you're acting like this.
she is struggling with words. Her mouth opens several times as she's ready to say something, but then she doesn't. And finally, she says, I don't really want to talk about it. But you can hear her pulse pounding. You can smell the nervous sweat. Actually, I should probably go. You'll let me know about tomorrow, right? And she like picks up her purse.
You're not just trying to run away from this, are you?
What? No, this is great. This is awesome. It's not you. It's me. Like, I mean, God, that's so lame. She takes a couple steps back, and she's like gripping the like leash of her purse. I'll call you. Tomorrow? Yeah, I'll call you, okay? Evan, I'm sorry. And she like hastily turns and you hear her rush to your front door. Do you go after her or do you wait?
He sighs and he goes after her.
Okay, you get to the front door and she's like clipping really quick down your steps. She does look back. Is like, I'm really sorry, Evan. I just gotta take care of something. Don't worry though. Everything's okay. Keep the blanket and the basket. Home warming gift. I'll call you tomorrow. Yeah. And then she runs to her car.
He's gonna follow.
Okay, so are you gonna rush so that you, like, as she's getting into the driver's side, you're like right there grabbing the door, or stand in front of her car, or how are you gonna do this?
Yeah, Evan's probably faster than her.
Okay. She like throws her purse in and goes to get in, and then you're there before she can shut the driver's side door. Seriously, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna take care of it.
I'm not saying that you can't take care of it. If you need help, let me know. All right? I'm here for you. Whatever you need.
Her eyes flick away from yours for just a moment, and I would like you to roll an intelligence and an insight.
2 successes.
You're a little worried she doesn't trust you. If I need you, I'll call.
He kind of sighs a little bit and promise.
Yeah. Yeah. Promise. Let me know about your show, okay? Thanks for the movie.
Will do, and need to do this again sometime.
She goes to shut the door. She rolls the window
Yep.
down and says, I'd like that. It's a date. And she winks. Hey,
He'll wink back.
don't let that cat fuck up your furniture, right? Maybe you should think about getting claw caps or declawing it, maybe?
It's a little inhumane. I did order one of those little claw trimmers. Those little rubber boots you put over them.
Oh, yeah, definitely cashews. Those are cute. Mm-hmm. And maybe
Yeah.
like a little bonnet, like a little like head tie thing. Like that's fun. Little outfits. Oh my
Then
gosh.
the name tag, Ligma.
Yeah, Ligma. Oh, maybe we should get like a little straight jacket for it. That'd be kind of fun, like a little kind of weird Michael Myers sort of vibe.
Do they make cat Halloween costumes like that?
I mean, why not check it out?
Hmm. He kind of looks off and getting about that, and then looks back to her. And just make sure you call me if you need anything, okay?
Yeah, totally. I'll call. Catch you later.
And I get catch you later, Dell. And he just kind of steps back so she doesn't hit him with the car.
Okay. She gives you that little half lopsided smile. And she drives off. You watch her drive away.
Mm-hmm.
You see that she answers a phone call as she's driving away. And you can't help but feel a pit, a twisting, gnarled lump in the base of your stomach. And you wonder what she's hiding from you.
He waits till the car gets out of sight, then he just kind of visibly shakes his head and puts it into his hand.
Everyone will check the group chat. Okay. All right. Then zooming out to a full picture, to all of Mass. That same hillside where the 3 feminine figures stood is now empty, dormant. But the clouds over Mass are shifting, rushing forward, covering the moon, full and bright, like a disk of glowing, pale, white water in the sky. And threatening an ominous rumble of thunder. Join us next time on Bound by Night.
Woo. Dun, dun, dun.
session.
Thank you.
Holy moly. Things escalated a little faster in certain departments than I was expecting them to. Oh
What are
no.
you talking about? What are you
man.
talking about? This is
You-
the first time I've ever met you. You're the first night I've ever fucking met you, man.
First night
I
ever.
God.
First night ever.
First night ever. We have never met before.
We've
First
never
night,
fucking
here's
met
my
before.
ass.
This is the first night I've ever fucking met you. I just got to try to get to know you. You know what I'm fucking saying? I got you. Yeah, fuck. Never
God.
fucking met you before. I don't fucking know a thing about you. What's your name again? Nick.
Leave it.